investing activities. Remember, investing activities relate to non-current assets. And it really relates to not only, note this, not only buying and selling PP&E, property, plant, and equipment, capital expenditures, but it also relates to loans that you may make to others. And it also relates to buying and selling long-term investments. So if you're buying stock that you intend to hold on to for a long time, then that would also be considered to be an investing activity, which is what we think of when we think of investments, right? Investments is investing in other companies, but it could also be investing in PP&E, any kind of long-term assets. So go ahead, try these questions now. Transactions that primarily affect the purchasing and selling of what? Yes.
Current liabilities.
Long-term assets, yes. Current liabilities are going to be operating activities. But you win a consolation prize. You get a free screening of Everything is Awesome DVD. I'll bring in my 10-year-old's DVD whenever we buy it for him, and then you can watch it. If I can pry it out of his fingers for a day. Identify the transactions recorded. So sell equipment, is that investing?
Yes.
It sure is. Pay rent for the next accounting period. Not. What kind of cash flow would that be? Operating. You guys are on top of this. You know this. Purchase office building. Investing. Excellent. Issue additional shares of your company's stock. That's not investing. It's called financing. Purchase 1,000 shares of common stock in Best Buy Company. Investing. That is excellent. You are correct. Why? You are making an investment in another company. That's a long-term asset. So even though it says stock there and you've started to think stock financing, that's stock in your own company. If you buy stock in another company, that's an investing activity. Receive $560 in dividends from Best Buy Company. Another very confusing one. Not. It's not investing. It is what? Operating. Because remember, what's the story with dividends income? Operating. Dividends received are operating. Interest received and interest expense are both operating. Dividends paid is financing. These are extremely confusing. Sell 1,000 shares of Best Buy Company at a loss. It is investing. Why? You're selling an investment. All right. Net cash inflow results from what? Whatting? More PP&E. Selling. Companies selling income-producing assets, resulting future revenues will likely be lower, which is considered to be unfavorable. However, if the asset being sold is an unprofitable division, then it would be considered to be favorable. A net cash inflow results from selling investment securities. If the reason for selling the investments is to make profits, then this is considered to be favorable. If the reason for selling the investments is to finance operations, then this is considered to be unfavorable. Your operations are losing money, so you have to sell your investments. That's not good. For gain is realized on the sale of assets, will you receive more or less cash than if there's a loss? If you realize a gain Will you have more cash flow or less cash flow than if you have a loss? You'll have more cash flow. That's an important point that I want to bring in here. The amount of cash flow that you receive is not necessarily the amount of the gain. Let me show you an example. Let's say that you have an asset on your books for $100, and you sell it for $130, meaning that you have a $30 gain. On the cash flow statement, you're going to record that you received $130. On your income statement, you'll record that you had a $30 gain. Let me give you a different example. Let's say that same asset is sold for $60, resulting in a $40 loss. What would appear on your cash flow statement? $60 gain, $60 cash inflow. What would be reported on your income statement? $40 loss. Here we see Southwest Airlines, everyone's favorite airline. And these are the various things that they did now. So we see 3 years, various items here. They purchased PP&E. They purchase what is well, they'll ask that. Purchase of investments, I guess in stocks and stuff. Proceeds from the sales of investments and other items. So from the sale or purchase of PP&E, net LUV, Southwest had net cash, inflow or outflow? Outflow, which indicates that the company is purchasing more PP&E because it's paying more money. This likely indicates that the business is expanding. And what exactly is Southwest Airlines probably buying? Aircraft. You're funny, you call it aircraft just like they do it in the airport, right? They never say, it's time to board the airplane. They always say the aircraft or the flight equipment, right? They always call it the flight equipment or the aircraft. They never say get on the plane, I mean, Southwest would do that. Just get on the plane. Shut up and get on the plane. Southwest reports a strong or weak cash position. For investing activities, would you call this strong or weak? Strong. I don't know any other way to describe a company that has $5 billion in long-term investments made. Look at this. Look at the investments they flipped over here.